Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to the All In Manifestation Podcast. In this episode, we're going to talk about 1111 portal, do's and don'ts, and practices to embody your higher self. Stay tuned. Hey there. Welcome to the All In Manifestation Podcast. I'm All In Quinn, manifestation coach, artist, and a green card lottery winner who turned a once impossible life into my everyday reality. If you're ready to go all in on creating your dream life, breaking free from limits, and manifesting your higher self, you're in the right place. Here, I share powerful insights on manifestation, mindset, subconscious reprogramming, and spiritual growth to help you unlock the life you truly want. Let's dive into today's episode and get you one step closer to your vision. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back. I am super excited. Today, we're diving into the potent 1111 portal and a day of manifestation, a day of all of your dreams come true. And if you are watching on YouTube, this is my first ever video on YouTube podcast. I am making literal designated video on YouTube because I see the potential on some people that are comfortable watching a podcast episode on YouTube more, and I know that I'm in my car, so hello, this is my car. I am trying to just make a great space out of this, and hopefully this sounds awesome. This sounds pure and gonna be cute little bestie section session for you and me, and let's get into it. So 1111 is a day of known of manifesting spiritual alignment and setting intentions for our higher selves. This unique date gives us space to and a chance to truly tap into the power and take aligned action. How do we step forward? But also it is required of a clarity and purpose, because most of our desires and intentions, dreams, and aspirations and goals in life, we just need a clarity, plans, and embodiment. Also believe in ourselves, the universe, and trust in ourselves that we can actually materialize that in our world. And it is tricky sometimes, because how are we going to create the feelings from within when these situations and these circumstances outside of us literally does not match? Let's break down what to do and what not to do. And today is portal. I feel like the whole November is such a huge portal for a new beginning. And if you haven't listen to my podcast episode on that, I will link it in the show notes for my podcast, and I will link it on to the description box down below for YouTube for you to listen to that one podcast where I mentioned where November is actually your goal setting, your go and your first section of the year to go forth towards the next November. It's not January when it's really cold, and I mentioned that Mel Robbins mentioned about this on her podcast also. So, let's dive into it. I have my notes over here, so I would love for us to take notes. There's a car going. Take notes, take your notepad, note anything, laptop, whatever it is. We're going to jot some things down, and we're going to manifest as we learn. Point 1. Why 1111 is a powerful manifestation portal. I think it really, really is important to understand why it is such a important date for us to manifest, and why is it not like, I mean, yeah, we manifest every day, but there are certain portals in our dates, numerological. I think numerology really takes impact on our day-to-day life. So 1111 holds the energy of number 11, which symbolizes alignment, intuition, and manifestation. When we encounter this number, it's like a getaway, it's like a portal, a signal to tune into our soul's deepest desires and take steps to embody them. It is like a frequency where everything is aligned. So whenever, like, my cousin visiting from New York, she's like, I recently see 111 and 444. Like, what does that mean? I'm like, well, 111 is alignment. 444 is, I think, trust in yourself, that you're actually taking the right path, or whatever it is. I forgot. But when we encounter this number of 1111, we can choose to break free from our limiting beliefs, from our past self, from our old, you don't deserve that anymore, it doesn't serve you anymore type of life and thoughts, and focus on what truly is meaningful and aligned with the life that we want to create. So I'm going to tell you in this section what to do on 1111. And if you, again, guys, are listening to the audio only, this ring is from, as you can see from the YouTube, finally I can show you what kind of bracelet I have. And it is real gold. I bought it from Indonesia. And they have 2 little bells that I love because it reminds me of me being a Tinkerbell, where she can't speak. If you're a human, like, you listen to her going. So it's like funny to me. Anyways, back to the podcast. What to do on 1111. Number 1, embrace a letting go practice. Embrace a letting go practice. Before setting intentions, let go of what being holding you back. Write down your limiting beliefs. Get to on the level of clarity. You know that there are something that's holding you back. And by now, you're listening to this podcast, obviously, and you're watching right now, means that you know that you have something to improve in yourself, that you need to let go, you need to release, you need to forgive, you need to surrender and to give to the universe, God, higher power, and higher self, so then your authentic self can shine and show up and lead you towards the new path of life. Right? By writing down your limiting beliefs, your fears. Sometimes people are really like, I don't even want to think about the fears. Like, I'm going to manifest it. No, just write it down. Address what happened. Let's get back to the roots. Let's fix it from the roots. How can we do a reprogramming towards this belief, and where does it come from? And once we get into the root, we will reprogram it back and reinforce it, address what happened, and logically the neural pathway will continue and build onto that by repetitive action and faith, unwavering faith. That's the most important law of the universe. And by the way, you guys watching on YouTube, if you haven't listened to that podcast, I will link it down on the description box down below. And you write down your doubts that you wanted to release and burn or safely tear up the paper as a symbolic act. So write down all your fears, write down all your limiting beliefs and doubts, and rip it or burn it on the candle outside tonight. That would be super awesome. It is symbolic of letting go of, this is not mine anymore. I'm releasing it towards the air, towards the universe, towards God, and it's just unseen. And I'm putting it to the scene and realizing that is just a thing that I'm going through, and I'm going to burn it or rip it and throw it in the air. Just let it fly away and let God take care of it. And this creates a space for what you want to bring in. So number 2, what you need to do, that leads me to number 2, is set clear, heart-centered intentions. Ask yourself, what does my higher self look like? In all the manifestation, my quote will be, what would your higher self do? What would your higher self feel? What would your higher self think? And what would your higher self be? What would your higher self do? Be, think, feel, and be. What is it? The being is much more important than the having. You can't maintain what you have if you're not being the person who can maintain it. Period. Point blank, period. Then write down the intentions that aligns with this vision. Make it powerful, specific, and present tense. I want you to do that. Present tense, because you already have it right now as we're speaking. Your manifestation is already here. It's already in place. It's already happened in timeline where it already exists, but not in this one, but it already exists in that one. So how do you close in the gap? By choosing every single day, go to sleep, wake up, being, feeling, thinking, and doing. Not spending, but the vibration. How would you do your breakfast? How would you do your yoga pose if you're like trying to be a yogi? How would you do your hair in the morning, your makeup in the morning, as your best versions of selves? Such as like, I'm confident, I'm courageous, I'm surrounded by positive energy and abundance. I mean, yes, you can definitely do that, but affirmations doesn't work when you don't go into the root of it. That's why number 1 was mentioned. Number 2, you set the intentions. This upcoming year, I'm going to have this, I'm going to have this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to be this, I'm going to feel like this, I'm going to maintain the thinking of money like this. Like if you wake up in the morning, you see your bank account and you think like, oh, your subconscious mind is listening to you all the freaking time. What do you say to yourself about money? What do you have words like saying to your manifestation and your dreams, yourself, your money? Like money, what do you say about that? How do you think about it? Write it down. Number 3, engage in visualization meditation. And I absolutely encourage you to go to YouTube and type, or Spotify, or whatever music platform that you listen to, frequency 432 hertz is the best meditation, visualization of just straight sound, no guided listening to meditation. And if you guys want a free future self-guided meditation from me, you guys can rate this podcast. I'm going to link the review link down below. Before you do, you screenshot it, you send it through my email, olinquininquiries.com. It's going to be written down in the description box for the YouTube people, and send it. Before you send it, send this screenshot to my email, then send it through the review. I will see, my team will double check, and then I will send you the link to the free future self-guided meditation. It's an MP3 where you have a conversation with your future self. I use it every single time, every time that I needed a guidance, every time that I needed a next step forward, because my future self already gone through everything that I am going through right now. So why not ask myself, my future self, tuning from inside, than like asking people from the outside, like, oh, what should I do? Like, that's not gonna work unless they've lived your life, because people can give you advices, but they're not heading the same way as you do. Then why are you asking that? Except if you want to pay thousands of bucks asking like Tony Robbins or any mentor that you look up to, yeah, but then again, there are tools that you can use for free. So that's what I suggest. Number 4, practice gratitude for what's coming. Practice gratitude. In the morning, I want you to wake up in the morning for this month. I know this is already 11/11 portal, but in the morning, I want you to open every single day, for the rest of the year, if you can. Make that a habit. And if that's already your habit, great. Absolutely done. You're doing the 90% of the job. Take out your journal, write down every single thing that you're grateful for in the morning and what your day is going to be. Create 3 affirmations. Stick to the affirmations that you need, 3 affirmations throughout that day. And if you have anxiety, again, come back to your body. This is what I always do. Or get overwhelmed or like get frustrated by something like my job or life or homework in general. I would do a deep breathing, 4 counts in, 6 counts, hold, 8 counts out, and then multiply that by 2 for 3 times. And then say the affirmation one by one every single breathing. And then it will calm you down. I promise you, it works every single time. And then I want you to journal every morning to gratitude journal, and then at the end of the day, just think it to yourself, like, what are you grateful for this today? I want you to do that every single day. Your brain will be better. This is a practice from Dr. Amen. He is a neurological, I think he is a brain doctor in Southern California. He is the brain doctor of Miley Cyrus, Justin Bieber, etc. He's so good. He does brain scans on people that ends and actually begin their day with gratitude. Different, much more healthier than the people who doesn't do it, even though they maintain positive attitude, whatever. But gratitude in the morning, gratitude at night before going to bed. Act as though your manifestations already are on their way. This is the 4th, still on the 4th. Gratitude elevates your vibration and signals that you're already receiving everything. So again, like, oh, she's ready to receive it because she's already feeling, acting, being, thinking the things that you supposed to feel when you already have the manifestation that is intact on the level of vibration. That's why you meet the people you meet. You walked through a certain spot that you walked through because that day somehow you created the feelings from yourself from within. Period. Number 5. Embrace the power of silence and reflection. I want you to do this throughout this month or this week. I want you to go inward. Spend a few minutes in silence reflecting of what has happened in this year. And if you have a journal, I want you to open it up. If you have journaled throughout the years, I want you to open it up, and then I want you to see the manifestation list that you have already put on the first page of the journal. That's what I always do. When I open up a new journal, I always write down manifestation that I wanted to manifest. And from the last journal, if I finished the book and some of the manifestations hasn't come through yet, I write it down to the next book. As if it's continuation, I'm still having faith towards this to be materialized. Sorry about that. And then reflecting on the growth and lessons from the past year. What is it? What is the triggers in the test? If you are a TBMers, is where the TBM ad would go for the podcast episode. But just wanting to let you know that TBM is a membership where you are being your manifestation coach yourself. Less than $1 a day. You're going to get different unblocking, shadow work, inner child workshop. There's manifestation, how to manifest everything from one portal. There's journal prompts, DI is deep imagining, which is a combination of EMDR, frequency, neuroplasticity, and hypnosis wrapped in out one. Also, they have rapid resolution therapy, I think, in there too. And then they have great communities where we host or get invited into the walk. November 3rd, there was a walk in LA, super amazing. The community is just always answering and helping questions people out, and it's such a great community. If you would like to join, there is a 12 payment with my code. You get percentage off of it. I'm gonna get some of the percentage, not much, is very little. It's not going to increase your payment, it's going to decrease your payment. And this is just the generosity of Lacey and the team, so then other people can learn how to manifest. I just love it so much. It works for me, and it has like authentic challenge right now, so they have like some percentage off. And also, if you want to pay in full, there's two links down below. I'm going to link it in my description box and on my show notes for you guys. So, reflecting on the growth and lesson of the past year, silence creates clarity, and clarity opens doors. That's why I'm saying most of our desires, they just need to plan, or that you just need to like shut up and literally create a good plan. You can't just like, oh yeah, I know I want this, and I'm just like going through my day focusing on what's happening right now, not in the future, and thinking, what would my higher self do? You can't do that. And then hoping that it's gonna, no, there's no way. Number 6, the last thing that you should do is on 11/11, stay aligned with your actions. Be conscious of every choice and action. Listen to Afrobeats. Ooh, I love Afrobeats. Don't know what they're saying, but I'm dancing, I'm feeling good, I'm in love, period, with my life. Asking, does this align with my higher self? Even if it doesn't, don't do it. And I'm talking to myself. I know that I'm not seeing myself in my future doing this or doing that or being with this or just be this type of person. Don't do it. Don't do it. This alignment throughout the day signals the universe that you are ready to embody the new you, the amazing you, the sexy you, the higher self you, the you that gets invited to the yachts, the you that gets the networking for blossoming your business, the you that gets invited to fashion weeks, the you that gets booked to be modeling all the time, getting $5,000 every single day. I don't know what to say. Stay aligned. Don't do the things that doesn't serve you. Period. And I'm talking to myself too. I'm seeing my blush and my lip is so good today. My skin is skinning. You guys should see me if you're on podcast on YouTube. It's All In Manifestation Podcast. So good. Segment number 3. What not to do. We're going to get into this. Let's go. Avoid fixating on the how. Focusing on what you want, not on what will happen. The 11/11 portal is about setting intentions and trusting the universe will work out the details. Fixating on the how, limit the possibilities. I don't know what to say anymore about this, because a lot of people are like, I want this, but I don't know how. Like, how many times do we stumble upon opportunity, people, networking, new jobs, a lover, without knowing the how? We don't know how. Oh my God, we became best friends, and now I'm in your wedding, and it's just so amazing. I'm gonna cry. It happens. Because the how is not our problem. Our problem is to set intention. God's like, universe, like, what do you want? And I just want a car. I just want a new car. And then they get you a Toyota, and you're like, I don't want a Toyota. And God's like, okay, you just said that you wanted a car, so I got a car. It's a blue Toyota. Do you like it? And they're like, and you're like complaining about it. Don't. Be specific. That is your job. And don't fixating on the how, because it's not your problem. When I was manifesting Green Card Lottery, I was like, God, I want to go to America with a Green Card Lottery. I don't care how. I don't know how. I don't know. I've been manifesting it for 1 year after 8 years of applying. I'm like, I'm tired of just like not believing in myself and God and the universe. I'm just going to believe in I'm going to believe in God and the universe working together as a team, for me, but my goal is just to live in America with a green card. I don't want to be here with my mom with having no social securities and like eligibility to like work in the US legally, because that's a big question. If you want it to be, you know, working somewhat for someone, you can't, like, and God did, period. Number 2, don't rush the process. What would you do if you already have the manifestation? You wouldn't go, oh, when is it happening? Oh my God, like, when is it happening? Like, what? That's not you being, feeling, thinking, and doing the things that your higher self are doing. Like, think about it. Like, if you are a great leader, you are an entrepreneur, a business owner, would you think, how am I supposed to like hire a team for my job? Like, I don't know, like for my business. No, you just do it because you know that the ROI will come back. Transformation and manifestation aren't instant. Like, I mean, what will your future self do? Like, they wouldn't like complain about what you're having right now. Like, oh, I want the bracelet. When is the bracelet coming? Ugh, I want to save up for bracelet. But is it worth it? Like, I already have the bracelet. Like, what do I have to do furthermore? Like, nothing. Like, because I already have the bracelet. I'm enjoying it, and I look very pleasant wearing it, and then I'm just like fun little Taco Bell walking, right, with it. Number 3, steer clear of comparison or doubt. Comparison is always the thing that's going on in my head every single time. So I try to not get to the worst side of the Instagram or wherever, like TikTok. I don't really open TikTok anymore unless I create. And Instagram, I would open DMs and see if like somebody replied or like somebody reached out or somebody have a question about green card lottery, somebody have a question about this and that, or manifestation. I just look and check, and if there is, I like, okay, I'll wait. And if there isn't, I'm like, okay, cool, amazing, and I check my email. But like comparison over, you know, like, oh my gosh, this girl is 23, or like, oh my gosh, this girl is 21 and already received so much, like, and then in my head I'm like, no, I can't do that, because I want to make a whole separation of like separate podcast episode, but comparison, because I can't even say it right, like I don't know, it's just not my thing anymore, but still working towards it, obviously. Well, I can't do that because they already signed the contract. There's something good that they did in the past life that they're doing. That's why it reflected back on the life that they're in right now. That's why they're doing the best as they could as young age. But we don't know down the line too. Like, people have different preferences and everything. Just like focus on yourself. I have to embody that more, and I wanted to make a podcast episode about that. And number 4, refrain from holding on to past mistakes. So let go of the guilt. Do Ho'oponopono. And I already told you a million times if you listen to this podcast. Release, let go, forgive. That is the only thing that you can do in order for you to attract something in your life. You have to get back, you take back the energy that you already give out, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't serve you. Like, why are you holding on to it? Like, you're feeling hurt, you're feeling not fulfilled. Stay out of that, right? And then number 4, I'm just still saying that today, focus on moving forward and embracing growth rather than dwelling on that doesn't go well and unplanned. Either today, either this week, either this month, either this year, either forever. Let go of the past mistakes. You did that because you had to sign the contract. You did that because it just needs to get done. It's not your fault. It is already in your contract of your life. Let it go. Start over again. How can you make it better? How can you make it new for the future? How can you do better things, be nicer, be greater? We ain't got no time. Let's go. Number 5, skip negative environments and habits. You are who your friend circles are. You are who you are surrounding yourself with. Yes, that's right. Stay away from people and places that drain your energy. Until today, your friends are like, oh, it's Veterans Day. We're up. Let's go to club. Or like, let's go to a friend's gathering. Let's just talk about work because we're coworkers for hours. And let's not talk about how to build your business. If you don't have any friends for that, go to a cafe and build it yourself. I don't care. Go to a cafe, go to your designated place in your house, in your room, to plan out your future, plan out your literal life. Why are you hanging out with someone who literally doesn't serve the benefit of your future? Let's hang out when we could just talk bad about our boyfriends, but we're not even like breaking up with them. Why are we doing that, right? I love how like the helicopter's just like, I don't want to hear that. Let me just be loud. But I'm saying what has to be said. And number 4, you have to have practices to deepen your connection with the 1111 portal. Journal for clarity. Mirror affirmations. It's so good. You look at yourself in the mirror and you say it every day. You'll feel it. It's amazing. I love it. Self-talk, right? Sit in front of a mirror and repeat affirmations. Speak to your higher self. Look yourself in the eyes and saying, like, I'm worthy of my dreams. I am amazing and great. Why are you saying bad things about yourself? Try to do that. Though I like saying, I'm so excited that I just signed my lease. I'm so excited that like I signed the contract. I'm going to have this house in Southern California. And it's like 2-story house, 4 bedrooms, 2, this and that. I'm just so excited. I can actually call my grandma to actually stay here for like 6 months. I can call my cousins up in down in New Zealand to, go to college here and just like have their youth here and work towards something that they wanted to do and like be with the family, explore America. I don't know. I'm just so excited. Like, I love saying that to myself in the mirror. I'm like, you're so amazing, girl. Like, you just signed a lease. Gosh darn, look at you, right? Grounding exercise. In TBM, they have grounding exercise, which is aura DI. It expanded your aura, and then however big you want your aura to spread, like, you visualize that, and then what is the color of your aura. Also, they have the sleep DI, which helps so much if you can't sleep and you want to like deepen your sleep and you want to manifest while you sleep. You have to think of your manifestation before you sleep, and that is the best 15 minutes DI to go to sleep too. Go outside, walk barefoot, or just walk outside. I mean, if I could just show you how amazing and beautiful outside is. You see how blue the sky? Period. And number 4, create a vision board and a list of intentions. I have a monthly board that I put right on top of my bed. So when I wake up, I would look at it and just like read it and be like, yeah. What would my higher self do? Think, be, and feel. Like, what is that? Answer that to yourself. So in conclusion, 11/11 is an incredibly powerful day to step into your alignment. This is a great month to do it. November is the winter arc, love it type of month. By focusing on clear intentions, gratitude, and letting go, you can make the most out of this portal and create a magnetic pull towards your dreams by taking action towards it too, right? Combination of feminine and masculine. And thank you. Thank you for joining me today. I love you. Anybody hadn't told you that today, I love you. I deeply am proud of you for making it through to this podcast episode. And I'm super, super excited for the future. Make the best out of this because it's your life, your responsibility, and your future. I love you. Bye. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning in to the All In Manifestation Podcast. If you loved today's episode, I'd be thrilled to share a future self-guided meditation with you. To get it, just leave an honest review on Apple Podcast. Share your biggest takeaways and let us know how we're doing. Before you hit submit, take a quick screenshot and then email it to olinquininquiries@gmail.com. That is OLINQUINNINQUIRIES@gmail.com. Once I see it, I'll send over your free meditation as a thank you. Until next week, stay aligned, stay within your authentic self, and I'll see you then.